Hi, I'm Loretta, and I'm really glad that you showed up today. Welcome to my... Good evening, fellow quilters. So here we are now with block number 13. This is our final block for this block of the month Quilts Along. So I'll still be doing a video on constructing the final quilt top, but here we are with our final block, so we're in the home stretch. So I've got everything laid out here. This time we're only going to be piecing one block instead of 4. And just as always, I will be starting in the upper left hand corner and working my way clockwise, although I will chain piece this block as well. I'm going to piece all of these units that look like this. They're all identical, adding this piece, and then I'll be piecing these units and then putting them together into the quadrants and then the halves. So I will meet you over at the sewing machine and we'll get started. Okay, here we are at the sewing machine, and the first thing I'll do is piece all 4 of these units with the plaid diamond and the red triangles. So once again, as usual, I will start with the triangle that goes on the right, and just like we've done before, line up those raw edges and make sure that this inner point is lined up with the lower straight edge of the diamond underneath. I don't know where my stiletto is, so I have this little tool. Alright, we'll start piecing this with our scant 1/4 inch seam allowance. And once again, an incident has delayed my filming of this video. I cut my thumb earlier this week really badly, and trying to get it to heal up. So I haven't been able to do a whole lot with my hands the last couple days. Continue on with number 3. And the piecing for this entire quilt has been very consistent throughout the blocks. You can see that the shapes are all the same. They're just put together in various different ways. But it makes it once you get used to how they're pieced together, it makes it pretty simple. Alright, so that is for right hand triangles put on. I've also misplaced my small scissors, so looks like I'm cutting these threads with my big scissors. Alright, cut these apart, get them pressed, and we'll come back and add the second triangle. Alright, those are pressed. Once again, pressed open. I'm going to add this second triangle. Also, I just had a really odd series of things that have been delaying me. I was going to film this tutorial earlier today, but and I had used my iron this morning, but then when I went to go use my iron again, it would not turn on. I tried about a dozen different things trying to get it to work, and it would not. So I had to go to the store and get a backup iron, and I ordered another iron, and it'll be here in about a week or so. So one more delay. The iron I like is the Panasonic cordless iron, and I couldn't find it in the store, so I had to order one online and just I just bought a cheapo $20 backup iron. So if it happens to me again, I'll have a spare. I think by now you guys have heard all of my tips for getting these pieces to fit together properly. So I'm not really given much in the way of tips anymore, unless I think of it. All right, we'll get those pressed, and then we'll add the large triangle to the top of them. All right, ready to add the other triangle to the top. And once again, lining up this point with that point underneath, and the same thing on the other end. All right, those are ready to press, and then I'll bring the pieces over for the next set. Okay, here are the pieces for the next set, and since these are pieced identically to the first unit we put together, I'm just gonna speed through this part and fast forward the video for you guys. So here we go. All right, 4 of those ready to press, and then I'll come back and add the second triangle to the left-hand side. Now we're adding the other triangle to the right-hand side, and this will complete these next 4 subunits. All right, I will get those pressed, and that will be the completion of all 8 of the subunits of this final block. Okay, so now we have 4 units that look like this, and 4 units that look like this, and we are going to join them. And this smaller unit, once again, goes to the right of this larger unit. So I'll get those pieced, and we will have our 4 quadrants finished. All right, I will press those, and we will have our 4 quadrants completed. All right, now we have 4 identical quadrants, and we're just going to piece these into the halves. And once again, we're going to make sure that 90-degree corner is nice and even. And this is one of the few blocks in the quilt where you have an additional seam here to match up. I'm not terribly concerned about it. These little tiny dog ears that hang out will stack on top of each other, and that will help that seam to match up. And now the second half. Okay, that is our 2 halves. We'll get those pressed and join the final seam for this block. All right, we now have 2 halves to put together. And once again, I will clip them in the center. And just make sure that's right on. Okay, I'll line up this first half. And once again, these 2 little dog ears should stack right on top of each other. Now that I'm at that center, line up the other side. That's our final seam, and I will get that pressed and meet you over at the cutting table, and we will look at the finished block. So here we are with the completed block number 13, and I'm really pleased with how this block came out. I really like how the centers matched up there. So the next video will be assembly. I won't be doing all the sewing on camera, but I will do a layout for you on camera. So until next time, I hope you're enjoying this series, and we are just about to cross the finish line. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.